Deji and his team have about 500 employees, and they say there are plans to get on more. But for people like the head of research of Budget Foundation, there's a need to understand why the unemployment figures seems to be on the increase in spite of these efforts.
If we try to dive deep to understand why we're having these challenges, typically it centers around three things. The first thing is the lack of skills. There are some organizations that have been trying to recruit, but they are struggling to find the right skill fit. And that boils down to the kind of education system we have. Really, at no point has government holistically done a survey to understand the skill need in our society and then tailor our curriculum within the schooling system to actually address that. That's at the core of the problem. But notwithstanding that also, we have a whole lot of economic problems. Number one, lack of access to capital, which is also fueling. In fact, economists believe that the best way to actually reduce unemployment is by injecting capital into the system. And if you look at the numbers over the last 10 years, it has not been welcoming. Typically, when you see people go to bank to take up loans, they are not actually investing it in employment-generating sectors. And that's why we always try to keep tab of a number which they call investment in fixed assets itself. We call it gross capital formation. If you look closely at the gross capital formation of Nigeria, it's relatively very low. And that's where the core of the problem lies. Again, that means even when businesses invest, they are not investing in sectors that will really generate revenue. And it's not far-fetched. If you have 10 million in Nigeria today and you invest it in treasury bills, which are risk-free, you most likely get above 100,000 per month. So the incentive to invest that money is not there. So until we begin to de-risk ourselves, then until we begin to reduce, of course, the risk within the economy itself, system itself, until people begin to actually take that initiative to invest.
The Director General of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Mude Yusuf, however, cautions about the risks of starting businesses in a haste.
You see, setting up a business is a learning curve. It is not always the best for somebody who has not done a business before to just jump into setting up a business. The risk of failure of that kind of approach is very high. It is always better to have a kind of apprenticeship model. No matter who you are, no matter how much degrees you have to humble yourself and go into some form of apprenticeship, even if you are not paid, so that you have exposure in that area. Even if you have a passion for something, it is still better to interact with somebody who is already practically in the business. So there's a lot of value in apprenticeship or mentorship, whatever name you call it. But the whole idea is that somebody who is already in a business that you want to do have to put you through for some time, not just theoretically. You have to be hands-on with the person. Even if it's not paying you, it doesn't matter. So that is one good way, at least, to be able to sustain these startups who are just from school and to get them to. And of course, they should also have some technical understanding of what they want to do. You don't just jump into a business that you don't have some technical knowledge about. Some business requires some technical understanding. And you must also have a passion for it. You don't do something because somebody else is doing it. Everybody is gifted in different ways. So people, the young people should also have the capacity to understand, to know how gifted they are and in what areas they are gifted, so that you now pursue your business along the lines of your passion or the gift that God has given to you. I think these are some of the ways to get on, as a startup and minimizing the risk of failure. And let me also say this. Some people think that once they have a business idea, they want to start a business, you walk into a bank or you want to and you want someone to give you money. It doesn't happen. The only area it can happen is if government has a fund that they give. And we have seen that the rate of failure is also high for such things. So going through these things gradually, having a learning curve, I think is the most sustainable strategy.
Some entrepreneurs have some observations about the education system and tips for those seeking employment.
I would say that we don't have the problem of unemployment. We have more underemployment, which is people that are well qualified, earning below what they are supposed to earn. But we really don't have the problem of unemployment, because, and I will say that from my own angle. Now, when we say unemployment, it means that, okay, there are no jobs, but there are jobs. Within my system, I have about 8 vacancies right now that I still cannot find the right people to fit into those positions. Now, what is the Nigerian institutions? What are they churning out every year? They are giving out knowledge, outdated information. Some of these lecturers still use the note they've been using since 1984 to still lecture and all this. So I mean, old knowledge in 21st century, which can really not work. So when these people come for interview, and I get to, before I used to say that okay, that there is a problem of unemployment, but there's really no problem of unemployment, because I've had many discussions with a whole lot of CEOs, and they will tell you that finding the right people is a different ballgame entirely, because you can have the same vacancy for a whole year, 1 year, without having the right person to fit in. So I will still say that there are jobs, there are really jobs, but a lot of people that schooled in diaspora, they are coming back to get jobs. So what I tell Nigerian graduates is that their competition is not local, but it's global, because they're actually competing with people that have access to good information abroad, coming back home to compete with them. They will wear the same NYSC uniform, they will go for the same interview. Now, if I'm doing interview, will I now I won't because of that. I will employ the person that I think, but at the same time, the Nigerian graduate is already at a disadvantage because of the level of information that is available to them from our institution.